are you doing today? I'm waiting for Five Nights at Freddy's 4 to load up, and we're probably going to play this for like an hour or so before I end up wrapping up. A bit early compared to what I normally do, but I was a half hour late because I lost track of time because I'm kind of out of it today. And a lot of that I think has to do with me probably fighting off something. Some like cold or something like that. That and the weather that's been pushed north from the hurricanes and all that. So we're getting tropical pollen and shit like that, and that fucks with me a bit. Anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Hello. Oh, it opened up with a launch the Halloween edition. I mean, sure. It's October, and we're doing Spooky Games Month, so we might as well launch in Halloween mode. I mean, the jump scares, once you realize... I can hear crickets. Alright. Sound cues. That's the other thing, too. A lot of these games have used sound cues. Cool. Cool. I know that that has an effect on, like, being a giant has an effect on your martial ability. Right? See, I learning martial, I can't think of all the terms for the skills and abilities and the checks and stuff like that. Not off the top of my head, at least. What did he do this time? Okay, so this, like, what's really funny is this is gonna inspire me to want to watch any of the lore videos again, right? Hold up, I'm cleaning up my desk. That's creepy with the laughs and stuff like that. Alright. I mean, I know the FNAF lore goes very deep. I kind of watched a good portion of the FNAF lore videos, and I like hearing about different people's theories and stuff like that. And I've just been checking out the games just because I have access to them, and I said I would check them out or look at them. They're not. They evolve and change every once in a while, right? That's creepy how he's looking at us. This is creepy. So this one I think is the most different out of any of them up to this point. Tomorrow is another day. Anyway. This one I know it's like... Oh no. If you hear breathing, hold the door. If you do not hear breathing, use your flashlight. Close doors to hold shift. Oh no. I hate this. Oh, look behind you. We can't, there's no door to close. I hate this. Like, we just gotta keep doing this, or are there, like, sound cues that I need to be focused on? This is probably the creepiest. Also, what a shitty room setup. 2 doors? Yeah. It's kind of funny because I remember that from the fact that they have most of them. Like, if you look at the opening cartoon animation thing or whatever. Ooh. Hate this. Fucking hate this. You know what's funny? Yeah. This game, though, is definitely more my style. Right? Like, it feels like you're actively... Fuck you. Seems like you're actively doing shit constantly. The only one that scared you a bit at first. I mean, I got a couple of jump scares, but I wasn't legitimately scared, like, truly, oh, except for a little bit on the first one. But this one feels like a lot more up my style because you're actively doing, like, boom, 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 boom. Also, what this really is, I think at the end of the day, is, yeah, this right here, how you have Golden Freddy over there. You know, he's hiding again. He won't stop until you find him. That got me with a jump scare. Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, the story behind it is that that dude's his older brother or something like that, and pulls a prank on him, and the prank goes too far. Okay. Okay, should have waited longer. Too bad. Yeah, we don't get to skip 2 hours. I'm not really planning on playing this game for a long time. We'll go until we start getting stuck, and maybe if we can keep attempting the 2-hour thing, we'll do that. Alright! That was a good jump scare! A rhythm, yeah. I've noticed that. I just don't have it in me right now to figure out the rhythm for the games. Like, my plan, seriously, my plan from the beginning was to just check out all of these games on the that fucking got me good. Yeah, I am. I just got a little bit impatient there. Well, honestly, yeah, fuck off. A part of me was glad just to see what they're like. The Halloween edition just turns them into pumpkins or some shit like that. My sound settings, I think. I should have flashlighted. Okay. I closed the door because I knew it was there, but I didn't open the door. I should have kept it closed. Alright. Those jump scares, the way they are, will probably get me more often than not. Because I'm my own worst enemy in this one. This is more what I thought they would be like. Yeah, I get it. I get it. This one, I'm probably not going to stick with these ones. Appreciate the lurk, Ray. We'll probably go like a couple. Like I said, today was going to be an early one because I'm just out of it today. So we'll probably go once or twice or some shit like that. I did hear breathing, by the way. What's really funny is I'm realizing something. If you're gonna see something, the click isn't instantaneous, unless for that one. But down the hallways... Oh, never mind. It actually is doing it quicker now. The first time I did that, it was like... Like there's a second delay. Yeah, here's the problem with this one. The movement. Like, the way the kids... This is disorienting for me, even. Right? Like, that right there. That right there is one of those moments of, like, why do that? Right? I heard the breathing and I pressed control instead of shift. That was a fuck up on my part. I heard the breathing and I pressed control instead of shift. Ugh. The jump scares are always going to get me on this one, though. Or more likely not going to get me, because a lot of them have to do with either you not being prepared at all, or you fucking up like I just did and hitting control instead of shift. There's a dog barking in the background. Shut the fuck up. I think I gotta be a little bit more patient. Yeah, fuck off. I think I hear breathing down there. That was definitely breathing. Okay. There were two there. Yeah. Definitely see why this isn't the best one, because that right there is really taking a lot of it out of it. Fuck off. For me. Damn it! I thought it was... I meant to press shift there. That's gonna be the thing that would get me the most. Alright, so I think I have one more in me for this game in particular, because I think it's starting to give me a headache. Just because of the movement. So... at least we don't have to worry about battery power or anything like that. Is this? No, of course not. I'm like, no, that's not it. That's... silence. We've heard Foxy once. Not got spooked by him yet. If we hear Foxy again, maybe I'll purposely get spooked by him. Heard him down the hallway. I'm hearing more movement. I heard something. I love how I'm actually turning my head too. Yeah, that movement is a little bit ridiculous. Fuck off. Fuck off, and fuck off. I mean, I can probably get through this whole game with my eyes closed. Right? That would be the only way I would really be able to do that. As long as they don't need to add more, I can probably get through all the rest of the nights by doing what I just did. So, this is basically the nightmares that this kid had. All leading up to the party. It won't even, like, he's just gonna sit under the table and... Where is the exit? Tomorrow's another day. Well, for this kid... On the X. Alright. Hello. A little bit too early. I mean, too late. Damn. We got on that one. I probably should have did it after I heard the first step. Well, I heard somebody down the hallway. Okay, that was a lie. I should have waited a couple of extra seconds. I was like, he's down the hallway, right? Click. Nope, he's right next to you. They are quick on this one. Yeah, it's really hard for me to actually play this damn game. I'm hearing a lot of, like, movement. But I think that movement are the Nightmare Freddy's. They're heavy of footsteps. That's them leaving. Yeah. Fuck off. Get off my bed. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of would let that go long. Yeah. Let that one go on way too long. Do I hold it shut? Okay, so I should have held it shut. I didn't trust what I was doing there. We were so close. We just hit the 5-hour marker. Ugh. One more go. One more go. That's like, I don't like feeling like I have to close my eyes. Mind you, a lot of what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure I'm going to the right location when I do this, and then like close my eyes here just so I could hear what's going on, because that shit right there, I'd be done a lot earlier if I didn't close my eyes when I needed to. That's too much movement. I'll just wait. If I get spooked by something else, oh well. Or am I not doing the right thing? Oh, it's Foxy that does that sound effect. Okay. So I fucked up there. Got it. That was just bad timing then. I'm like, what's going on? So that's the audio that I need to be worried about then. So ignore that at that point then. Now this will be the legitimate try, because that wasn't even a try. That was me just testing something. So if we hear that audio, it's our Fox. There were two there. A speed run of this game is definitely something I look forward to looking at in the future, though. Because you could do the hit on the X, right? And it's probably timed to the same exact time, so once you get it down that route, you don't have to worry about should we waiting longer. You don't have to worry about that other bullshit. I'll check this just to be safe. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at that point. As soon as I hear it, like, am I supposed to flash my light? Don't know. I can't do any more of that. I know I've been closing my eyes and like, opening them and whatever, but that's not, I can't play a game like that. First of all. Second of all, that is a pretty interesting one. It's interesting to see how the games have updated and changed over time, right? Given enough time, I could definitely get through that. I just need to figure out what I need to do in order to prevent that from happening, right? But yeah, the lore I'm already aware of, right? A lot of that, like how that kid was tormented by his brother and all that, and he's the one who ends up being the bite of 87 and all that shit. There's a couple of different stories that are being told at the same time, I think. But whenever I play a game, I look at it for what it shows you, like the obvious shit it shows you. And the obvious shit it's shown me throughout the games, obviously I haven't gone through all the games, but I know, like, if you go through nights 6 and 7, for night 6 you get a time and a half, and if you do night 7 because you screwed with the code or whatever of the animatronics, you get fired for that. I think something similar happens on the other games. I don't know what it is for this one or for the previous one we played, but I know this has made me want to go through the lore again. Like, just put on playlists of lore videos and just watch them while I chill. Maybe I'll do that tonight when I'm chilling, drinking some warm tea, because I was technically a half hour late. Well, not technically, I was a half hour late because I lost track of time by about 10 minutes, and then I had to set up. And overall, well, I've had fun with these games. These are not my cup of tea type of games. They're fun and interesting, but for me, as I currently am, I start to lose interest rapidly for horror games, apparently. I think thriller type games are something I'm gonna enjoy more. Uh, that one, I was a weird design choice to do the motion that way, because for whatever I guess you could call it some sort of a motion sickness type thing, because that fucks me up. Watching, like, if I were to actually watch that the entire time, I would have a massive headache and I would just be laying down instead of like going to chill right now. I'm trying to do a generalized, like, what do I think so far of all the games, even though I haven't played through all of them without having my bias. Hey, greetings, a good day, Redneck. How are you doing today? Not much. We're chilling. I'm about getting ready to wrap up. It's early, but I'm out of it today. That, and I haven't had as much fun as I thought I would with these games. I knew they would be something I was not going to be going through for long, but the scares don't get me how they used to, for one thing. And for another, the jump scares here only really happened after I started pressing the wrong buttons, or like what just happened recently where I have no idea what to do and then just am waiting for the inevitable jump scare in that moment. Tomorrow we'll be wrapping up with the Five Nights series by just checking out, what are they called? Like, literally, we're just going to be taking a cursory little glance at these games. At most 3 hours for both of them, but we're going to check out Help Wanted if we can. as long as it doesn't look weird with the VR shit they have set up, because I'm pretty sure they have a non-VR mode, but if they do, we'll just check out Security Breach. I've seen bits and pieces of Security Breach. They do get a little repetitive, but this is the cool thing about these games. They change over time, right? Like, the games keep getting better mechanically and, like, with substance. The power, not having to worry about the power in the later games is really nice. At least when it comes to the building's power. There's other shit you've got to worry about. Uh, yeah, I'm still waiting for my mail on whether or not I got. I'm impatiently checking my mailbox every day to see if I got into that Exoborn shit. Cause like I just really want to see where they're at right now. But yeah, you have yourself a good night as well, Redneck. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up with this. I had fun. Don't get me wrong. I had fun, even though I only went for like 2 hours tonight instead of the time that I went for yesterday, which was I think 5.5 hours or something like that of FNAF 1 and 2. But the third game is a lot more difficult for sure. And this game is apparently the fourth one is the most difficult, as well as I just can't deal with that motion shit. Yeah. Well, I'll try to be a bit more patient. You know what it is? It's the fact that I've kind of been jonesing for an extraction shooter. And I've been looking through them, but there's like none of the extraction shooters that I've come across are doing it for me for one reason or another. The balance isn't like it's just ridiculous how like in that one I was playing for a little while they have a scope. It is the most bullshit scope in the fucking world because it can lock on, and if you keep locked on for a certain amount of time, you get a guaranteed headshot. You don't even have to really be aiming. You just get a guaranteed headshot. And I was like, yeah, I'm done with this game. As soon as I started getting killed by nothing but that sniper, I was like, and I'm done. Yeah, exactly. You start going through the clips again, and it's just like, guys, it's disappointing, is what it is. Well, what's funny is Jaeger isn't really. They're behind this game, yes, but a different company's making it. It seems like. It seems like they're just the money company in this case. When it comes to it's Exoborn, right? That's the name of this damn game. Well, we'll see when we see. Regardless of whether or not I get access to the closed beta or not, we'll probably hear how it is at the very least. Well, it's not just that the market's rough, it's also that some of the games that come out, they're just not, they don't have that spark, if that makes any sense. Because a lot of the games, a reason people still play them is because they have that spark, right? The reason they still stay relevant, regardless of how good the game itself is or not, is because there's something about it that attracts people's interest. And realistically, if I break it down, the Five Nights at Freddy's games are fucking not that good for games. Like, yeah, they're interesting and they have their fun, but where the spark comes from for those games is like the in-depth, kind of open-ended, in certain extenses or certain circumstances, lore that everyone kind of got behind, right? For example, uh, for a lot of these extraction shooters, it just feels like the same exact game that you played last week, and you just sat here doing it over again when like it's just got it's the same exact extraction shooter as last week, but that's not a good thing, right? Because the only two that really Marauders I think is somewhat decent from what I've heard. Escape from Tarkov, of course, that's the big one, and like there's a handful more, but realistically, they're not really relevant. It is. It's such a good genre. Here's why. I'll tell you exactly why. A lot of the extraction shooters we're seeing are trying, they're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, whilst also trying to feed off of the success of Escape from Tarkov in certain circumstances, right? Because if you noticed, they kept like it almost seemed like they kept trying to make it more and more realistic, right? One of the reasons why the cycle failed is because they kept trying to go more and more realistic with it. And I don't think people want that much realism in their game. They want something they could jump into, and this is going to sound weird, but have the ability to casually grind it out instead of being forced to play nothing but that game. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted for the cycle. They wanted the cycle be that game you came home to and spent nothing but your free time playing that game. And they tried to design it in that way. Exactly. They want a casual Tarkov, basically. I mean, yeah, exactly. If you want a hardcore extraction shooter, you might as well just play Tarkov. And even then, they don't get that shit right. Um, I'm trying to think of what we're gonna be doing because I know, like I said, tomorrow I want to go through and check out those last two FNAF games just to see what they're about. Tomorrow will also probably be a bit of a longer stream for sure. Today is just I'm out of it, so I'm gonna get some warm tea, maybe some soup. I'm just getting recovery mode. Monday we'll probably do some Minecraft stuff. Of course, I haven't really been playing the Kingdom build off stream. I've been playing on a buddy server, just chilling, grinding that out. Uh, I'm trying to think of what we're gonna be playing next week. I think maybe Alien Isolation next, like this coming Friday. Oh, so Monday would be Minecraft. We'll start to watch a bunch of speedrun shit, right? For the Five Nights stuff, because there's actually some interesting things that I want to see what a Five Nights at Freddy's series speedrun will look like, right? Now, mind you, it'll take a couple of Mondays to get through, but whatever. And I guarantee I'm going to play a little bit of Ninja Gaiden Sigma Monday as well. Regardless if it's one chapter or not, I really am going to sit down and play it some more. At least get a chapter done. Yeah, Sunday. I don't know how far we're gonna get with the Five Nights games, but more than likely we'll play for 3 hours, wrap up, and then they'll just be one-offs. We'll see. Maybe Security Breach will interest me enough to want to keep playing. I'd be surprised if I did get surprised that way. Um, all right. I think that's everything that I could think of off the top of my head. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing, though. Irregardless, at some point, you will get another good game in that genre of a similar style. Or not of a similar style, of whatever style that you prefer more. Because I'm thinking about it, and like, there are battle royale games that exist and will continue to exist for quite a while. I think, regardless of what a lot of people would hope to see, right? Warzone, that is going to be a while before Warzone ends up getting to the point to where it's classified as a dead game, right? Fortnite will probably never get classified as that because of what it is at this point in time. But at the end of the day, the battle royale of Fortnite, yeah, I mean, a lot of those like live service type games end up getting neutered, for lack of better words, because of the potential money they bring in. Just look at what happened with shit like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto, any Grand Theft Auto after 5, non-existent. You know what I mean? We should have, this should not be Grand Theft Auto 6 we're hyped for. It should be like Grand Theft Auto 7, maybe 8. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that GTA Online is raking in so much goddamn money that it doesn't make sense for them to not have something to go along with Grand Theft Auto 6 that's going to be able to compare to Grand Theft Auto Online, right? Because the last thing they want to do is affect how much money they can bring in through that live service game. And it is basically that at this point, in my opinion. Games like that have it set up to where you're getting routine updates and you keep playing the game and you keep grinding out the game for whatever reason, and they keep updating it and shit like that. It's like, what is that game at that point, if not what I just said? You know what I mean? It's getting constant updates. It's it's a shame that the way to basically look at it is a lot of the shit that you're not getting in Grand Theft Auto DLC or in new Grand Theft Autos or even Grand Theft Auto sub games is basically with Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't know exactly how Grand Theft Auto Online's lore works, but yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna do a slash marker and wrap up for YouTube and continue bullshitting for a little bit and just chatting. You know what to do if you haven't already, YouTube. Kind of.